This is Hammer giving you another battle report, this time against a Ogre King's army at 3,000 points. So I've been playing a lot of games at 3,000 points, and my main reason for that is so that I can learn as much as I can about the opposing army. I want them to bring out as many different units as they can, so I can kind of get a sense of how they play all their units. So my army list is pretty much the same, except I have no bowmen, and I took 4 trebuchets. So at the bottom we have a unit of 3 peg knights, 9 knights of the realm, full command, heroic killing blow general, sword of +2 attacks, potion of foolhardiness, and a 2-up army save. I have my BSB's unit, and I put my level 4 prophetess in that unit this time with the crown of command. I have 3 Pegasus knights, 3 trebuchets there in the back. I have my peasant horde with my level 1 Lore Beast prayer icon, 9 questing knights with flaming banner, another trebuchet, another unit of 3 peg knights, and a unit of 8 grail knights. So on my opponent's side, he has 3 lead belchers there on the left, a giant, a large unit of iron guts, and he's got a tyrant and a butcher in that unit. He's got 25 noblars, a unit of bulls with the special character Scrag the Slaughterer. He's also got a normal hero level character, another spellcaster I believe. He's got a scrap launcher on the hill, a hunter on the far right, and off the screen to the right he's got 3 more lead belchers. Alright, so this is an overview of the board. In reading about Ogre Kingdoms, I was pretty intimidated by some of the things they had. One of which were the Gorgers. They could just pop up on any board edge, and you never know when they're going to come. And with my 4 trebuchets being a key part of my army, I really wanted to protect them from the Gorgers. So I placed my 3 trebuchets in the bottom corner, such that nothing could get between them without violating the 1-inch away rule. And they also placed 2 peg knight units on their flanks facing the board edge so that anything that popped up I could just charge it with those peg units. So I was also pretty intimidated by his large bull and iron gut units, so I placed my peasant horde and my stubborn Knight of the Realm unit across from them. So my goal was to tie them up with my those 2 tar pit units and hopefully get some charges with my powerhouse units on their flanks. Also, I placed my heroic killing blow general right in front of his giant. I thought that's where he would be most useful. Try to take him off turn 1 if possible. So this picture is just showing a scout move. He wanted to use a unit of 8 Noblar trappers. He just didn't have the models for it. So my archers are proxied as Noblar trappers. Also, you may have noticed one of my trebuchets is a screaming skull catapult, and the other is a cannon. I don't have the models for it, so those are proxied also. This is just showing my vanguard move with my peg knights. So, Ogre's turn 1. He attempts to charge my peg knights with his big bull unit there, but they fail their charge, and so they stumble forward. Then he sends his 2 lions from his hunter to charge my peg knights, and they make it there. His big unit of iron guts fail their stupid test, and so they stumble forward. So pretty bad luck on his movement phase. And then his giant moves forward, and the lead belchers on either side also do a normal move forward. In his shooting phase, his scrap launcher misfires, and blows himself up first turn. Yeah, pretty terrible luck there. I was actually pretty scared by this thing. Had Killing Blow, used the large template, and I thought he was just going to murder all of my peasants. But alas, it just blew itself up. In close combat, his lions do a wound on my Pegasus, and my Peg do one on the lions. And he charged, so he won combat by 1, and I rolled like a 12 for my break test, so Peg Knights fleed and managed to get away. We go to Brett turn 1. So I move up, as you can see. I was pretty hesitant to make any major moves. I kind of wanted him to come to me. One, because I was intimidated by his huge bull and iron gut units. Not really wanting to get into combat with them until I absolutely have to. And 2, I wanted to maximize the shooting with my 4 trebuchets. So in my shooting phase, I took a few wounds off the iron gut unit, but it wasn't as effective as it could be this turn. So the only charge I made was here. Heroic Killing Blow General. Exactly what he's designed to do. So he charges in, and monster kill. Yeah, gotta love it. Whatever they do to the new book, as long as I have my Heroic Killing Blow General, I'll be happy. So over here, my Peg Knights fail to rally and run off the board, like they always do. So we go to Ogres turn 2. So he moves up his Bull unit, his Noblars, and also brings up his lead belters for potential flank. Ignore that magic card there. I don't know why that's there. So on the left here, his Iron Guts march forward, and he reforms his lead belters there to shoot at my general. Down here, his Noblar Trappers shoot at my Grail Knights. Don't kill any of them. And this is pretty scary. So his lead belters just open a can on my general and almost kill him. And I don't have a picture of it, but all the way across the board, his hunter has a bolt thrower, and he shot it at me from like 48 inches away. And luckily I got a ward save and survived, so close call there for my general. His magic phase, he kills 1 questing knight. Then we go to Brett turn 2. So I charged my men-at-arms and my Grail Knights into his bull unit, the Scrag the Slaughterer. It would have been better if my Grail Knights had charged first in order to get more of their models in to be able to fight on the charge, but my thinking at the time was I don't want my Grails to charge alone. So if my peasants fail to charge, then I'll just reform with my Grails to set up a flank when he charges my peasants next turn. So that's what I did there. On the left here, my Knights of the Realm unit make a long charge and beat the lead belters. They flee through that tree and eventually run off the board. I set up my BSB and Prophetess unit for a potential flank charge there on Iron Guts, and also fly my general back down. So that magic card there is just showing Throne of Vines on my level 4. Here's a view from the side. Didn't want to attempt to charge my questing knights into that Iron Gut unit. That would not go well for me. So in my magic phase, this was huge. I got the +4 toughness on my minute arms, and this came into play several times and really allowed me to survive the combat in the middle. Also, with the spells I got off, I managed to heal my general to full hit points. And in my shooting phase, I absolutely decimated the Iron Gut unit with my trebuchets. I think I got 2 hits and 1 2-inch scatter and just chopped them up. Very happy with that. So close combat over here. Did a few wounds to him. Other than that, nothing really significant happened. My Grail Knight champion was in a challenge with Scrag. And he actually puts a wound on Scrag and survives. So, pretty lucky. You know, Scrag's just a big cuddly teddy bear. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. So, Ogres turn 3. He charges his Gnoblars into the flank of my peasants, and he charges his Lead Belters into the flank of my Grail Knights. Now I'm starting to worry a little bit about this combat. For one, those Gnoblars are going to cause disruption, so it's going to take away the +3 rank bonuses, and I'm worried those Lead Belters will kill a few of my Grail Knights who don't have the +4 toughness that my peasants have. Down here, he makes an extremely long charge to get into my questing knights. In fact, I even used 1/4 of my movement to move backwards the turn before so that I could try to avoid it. And I think it needed a 10 or 11, and he got it. So, not going to go well. Even though I crushed that unit with trebuchets, they're just so powerful, and there's a tyrant in there, and I just can't hold up to that. He also charges his Gnoblar trappers into my trebuchet there at the bottom right. Going into combat, my 1 remaining crew member survives and holds, so there's a little moral victory. And luckily, I held up in the middle. Scrag finally killed my Grail Knight champion, and in doing so, his special ability allowed him to recover all of his wounds. So that was disappointing. My Grail Knights actually kill a Lead Belcher, which was nice. Peasants do a few more wounds on the Ogre Bulls, and kill 1 Gnoblar, and I ended up holding, so definitely as good as I could hope for there. Combat here with the questing knights. I lose 2 to the bull charge, and I don't have a picture of it, but they lose combat and get run off the board. So, as expected.